Fighting Talk, back again in a bit of an impromptu interview here, but I'm joined by James Haskell. James, just signed with Bellator. How are you feeling about that one?
Yeah, good. Look, I'm hugely excited. I think one of the reasons for doing it was that the guys at London Shootfighters are going to train me. You know, there's people that don't mess around. You know, got an incredible win rate. They believe in kind of heavy sparring and you know, push their fighters really hard. So I was in good hands. I think, look, it's a massive challenge. I'm under no illusions that I don't think I'm a particularly tough guy. I don't think I'm particularly hard. You know, I'm not sure I'm that great a fighter, but by the time I get into the cage, I will be. I'm putting the work in. I'm loving it. It's some of the hardest stuff I've ever done, but I'm loving it.
Yeah. I know when you and Dave Green had the press conference in London a couple of weeks ago, you're looking at the start of 2020, is it, for your debut?
Yeah, I think, look, you know, I'm not going to get into that cage until I'm ready, and the coaches at London Shootfighters, they decide that. So if it's middle of 2020, if it's the end of 2020, it'll be when it'll be.
Yeah. In Bellator as a corporation as well, obviously they're growing massively, especially in the European market over the last year with all the European shows. Was that a sort of contributing factor to you signing with Bellator, or was it?
Yeah, I mean, I think, look, they've done some interesting sports crossovers with other people. You know, they've taken NFL players. I think that they're an amazing company that's developing. They've got the European series, as you said, which is growing awareness. I think that they do things very differently than some of the other companies out there. I think they look after their fighters well, and they're creating exciting shows. And you know, when David, gave me the opportunity, I thought it was to commentate to start with. It turns out he wanted me to fight, and I'm fully stuck into it.
Yeah. Can you talk to us a bit about the decision to move from rugby into MMA? And obviously they're both very physical, both tough sports. But what was it? Was it just that competition side of things you want to get back in?
Yeah, look, I retired from rugby. That was me done and dusted. I've done my career. I wanted to finish in the World Cup. I didn't get that chance because of injury. And then, I realised that I wanted that competitive element. I was always going to do the boxing and jiu-jitsu. I wasn't necessarily going to compete. People ask me to do charity boxing matches all the time, but I'm not going to fight unless someone's paying me, and charity starts at home. So that's first and foremost. And look, I got a great opportunity to go straight into an amazing organisation. Puts more pressure on me, but the excitement around it's been pretty amazing. People are very interested in it. I think as many people want me to succeed as want me to fail, but I've done my career. Everything now is a bonus.
How are you finding the MMA training? Because it's not something you sort of do day in, day out unless you are fighting, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's hard. I think, I've done bits and pieces before. I've known the guys from Shootfighters since I was 20. I'm 34 now. I've been in and out of that gym the entire time. They've seen me grow. I think, I'm training minimum 3 times a week at the moment. All the stand-up, all the wrestling, all the jiu-jitsu, all the groundwork. It's intense, it's hard, and I'm loving it. I've got some great people to train down at Shootfighters. They've got some big lumps down there who are helping me. But look, it's hard, it hurts, it is what it is.
Yeah. And finally, James, you mentioned London Shootfighters, of course, a couple of weeks' time. MVP fighting out in Dublin. Your teammate now. How do you see his fight going?
Yeah, look, he's a pretty magical fighter. He does stuff that people can't really comprehend. I think if I was coming up against him, I'd probably want to retire. He's an unbelievable, dedicated athlete. I watch him spar all the time, and he's looking in great shape. I think he's disappointed after his last fight because the way he got up is not normally the way he would normally do that. I think he had a moment of kind of madness, and it happens to every fighter. It's happened to me in my rugby career, and I think he's now eager to prove how good he is, and which we all know. I mean, he's probably one of the best fighters I've ever seen, and I'm excited to see him go and smash someone up.
Thank you very much for your time, James.
Cheers,
and good luck.